welcome back to another episode of Reality with a Twist. I'm Dylan.
And I'm Jeremy.
Guys?
Hello?
Oh, it's a mini twist episode. I forgot.
Oh,
Si-
we all make that blunder one moment in our life.
Silly me. How can I forget that, honestly?
Honestly, it's
that-
in the script, too.
It really is in the script. I don't know how I could have forgotten that. But you know what? It is what it is. Welcome, everybody, to a mini twist episode. This time around, it's just Jeremy and I doing this thing. The other guys and all of us are very busy with our own schedules, and we couldn't find time for all of us to record at the same time. So, it's just the two of us today.
Just the two of us.
Can make it if we try. We don't own that song. Don't sue us.
We gotta stop.
Yeah, we gotta stop before it gets claimed. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, I guess to kind of go ahead and get things started, we don't typically with mini twist episodes. We just kind of talk about whatever, I guess, from what I'm aware of. I mean, let's do a recap since Jeremy. I know last episode that we all recorded, it's on Spotify. You were not present there, so we didn't really get to hear much from you. Tell us a little bit about how things are going right now with you.
Oh, dude, it's packed. So while everyone else is having, the best summer vacation of their lives, I'm over here still at school. Because BYU, Idaho, they do like a spring semester, which goes into July. So pretty much I'm gonna be here for like most of this, like all of spring, most of the summer. Um, but I'll be back like end of July or something to enjoy vacation, I guess.
Yeah, that's what matters. You gotta enjoy it, like have some time to yourself or whatever. But no,
Yeah.
Jeremy, I can relate to you in that regard. You know, everybody else is having their summer vacations, and you'll have your summer vacation too. Yeah, work never stops for me, so I'm always continuously doing my own stuff. So I feel you right now, where it's like you just you want to relax and do things, but you got other obligations you got to take care of first, and it's
Yeah.
it's
A lot of video projects too, like being a video production major. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize the workload it takes into making a 60-second video or a music video. And I'm like, oh my gosh. People keep asking me for help on their projects. I gotta ask people for help on my projects. Is a struggle.
I bet it is. And also, to add on, since I just got confirmation with this, you also got another thing that you've been working on too that's also taken a lot of your time as well, right?
Yeah, what is it?
Your little show, your little podcast, if I dare I say.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, so I'm over here making a podcast as well on the side with one of my old mission friends,
Yes.
Bryant, and it's called Natty Wonders. And if you're into nerdy stuff, being a massive nerd, if you like video games, D&D, anime, whatever, but you also like working out and want some gym tips there as well, we do that's the place to go. We talk about all sorts of things, but usually in the nerdy to gym ratio aspect. So who would have thought that the two best hobbies could coexist and that they no longer have to be bullied?
Yeah,
Or
well,
maybe
that's
they should get bullied, I don't know.
Yeah, who knows? But still, that's a very, very interesting concept you got there. I was telling Jeremy this before we started recording here, but I watched the first episode, or I listened to the first episode, and obviously, he says like it's not his best or whatever, but still, I encourage all of our listeners to go ahead and check out Jeremy's podcast. From what I did listen to, I really loved what they do. They have an amazing concept that they got going on, and it's a good time. It's pretty much one of the shows where it's like if you want to hear more of Jeremy and you want to hear more about like some nerdy talk and gym talk, then his podcast is the podcast for you. But that also means you're not allowed to stop listening to Reality of the Twist. All right, you're not off that leash.
You can listen to both.
You can listen to both, maybe not at the same time, but one after the other.
There you go. If you can't get enough of Reality with a Twist, then you can hop on over and listen to the episode of Natty Wonders, and then go back to the Reality with a Twist. Alternate
Right, yeah.
like that.
When do you upload new episodes, Jeremy, so that the viewers can know your schedule?
So usually we're doing about weekly with every Wednesday, and yeah, every Wednesday around 4 o'clock. Usually we upload. Um, yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. Well, tune in to listen to Jeremy's podcast. Sorry if I'm like very weird with my talking today. I'll get to my own little bits after we're done talking about Jeremy and your whole deal. But yeah. Do you have anything else you like want to talk about or mention or rant about or brag about or mention or
Or talk
talk
about,
about
or
or rant about or okay, yes,
well,
I'm gonna stop.
well. So I was kind of telling you this before the show even started, but I feel like recently I've just been making some stupid mistakes that I'm waking up at 3 a.m. just cringing about recently. Um,
Okay.
this segment has like nothing where it's not leading into anything, but I just want to rant about like I've just been making some dumb mistakes and they're gonna haunt me for the rest of my life.
I'm guessing you're not wanting to. I know which one, like which situations you're talking about. Do you want to disclose them on the podcast, or do you not want
Sure, I
to?
don't mind. I kind of
Okay,
just
okay.
so I had a presentation today in one of my classes, and I won't go into like too much detail, but pretty much I just I said one sentence that I it was just not correct.
Uh
And
huh.
I got a little called out for it from the teacher, but it wasn't too bad. I
Oh,
I think I was able to save it. I was able to save it towards the end, and like I was able to open up the floor to a good discussion. But man, I'm over here just thinking back on that, and I'm like, why did I say that one sentence? It wasn't even in my notes. I shouldn't have even said it. Ugh, it was dumb. But I think I saved it. The teacher afterwards was like, "Yeah, we got some good insights from Jeremy." So I don't know, but I'm gonna be cringing about that for a while.
oh yeah, that's fair enough. I didn't. I honestly, I didn't catch that part at first, where it's like the teachers calling that out too. Like that's oh, that makes that makes things drastically worse because it's not like it's like the head honcho of the whole room, you know? Like,
Yeah, yeah. So I felt really embarrassed. I felt like I wanted to pass out.
you know, yeah, that is very fair. But you know what, Jeremy? I think both you and I have had, our fair share of embarrassing experiences, even together. Since, for the viewers who are listening, both Jeremy and I were a part of our school's theater club.
That's
We were part of our
right.
school's radio show. We were part of our school's like school announcements. We did a lot of stuff. We did a lot of stuff together.
Oh, Dylan, what was some of like your favorite? What was one of your favorite things that we made together? That you
Oh.
can remember back in high school.
Okay, so there was two things that always stood out to me. The first, I think you already know what I'm going to talk about, the clowning.
Let's go.
I know like both you and I performed and like acted in like shows or whatever because we were casted together, but like the clowning bit was just the two of us and like we
So
were
funny.
very 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 confident in like doing this whole thing because it's like, oh my god, we're not going to get an opportunity like this again. It's like, well, how do we stand out from those who are singing, from those who are doing stand up, like, it's like good old fashioned clowning.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's
Because
like,
like a little bit of context, like our teacher or someone pretty mildly famous, Peter Spellos. I think
yes, Peter Spellos.
he like voice acted like in Transformers and was in Men in Black 2.
Yes,
And
he was the subway conductor or whatever.
yeah, that guy that was a good role. But I remember he was there. He was like doing like this show for a fundraiser, and he there was a talent show, and our theater teacher was like, "Hey, we want you guys to be part of the talent show." And she was like, "But we do want a variety. Like this is a variety show. We want a
Yeah.
variety of talents, not just singing or like dancing." And so we're like, Dylan and I, we concoct a plan. We're like, well, this teacher of ours, she did mention something about like clowning might be a good one, and we're like, well, we don't know how to clown, but we're a bunch of goofballs anyway, so we asked her and she taught us, and we came up with a show of how to clown.
Yes, we spent a couple of days after school where we pretty much just she walked us through our stuff. I think I was worried about like actually creating the show itself because, basing a whole, because the thing about clowning is it's very similar to miming without like the
Hmm.
whole like, you know, facading like the actual props or whatever, because you actually get those with clowning.
Yeah.
But just like having to do a whole entire skit with a plot, story, or whatever, and not speak at all.
Yep.
Like that is something that is not typically achieved. It's not very not very, I wouldn't say not very common, but like it's very hard to do. So but like we got a whole plot together. I think how I remember it going was it was both you and I was the first one to walk out. I was like the grumpy clown or whatever, like the one who always got like the short end of the stick, and then
Huh.
you were the happier one who got everything he wanted, or
Yeah.
something like that, flow. And I remember the show started off with me walking out and you mimicking my shadow. And like I got really like we were just like did like a whole kerfuffle, and then after we got done with that kerfuffle, we had like this whole little bit where it was funny because this next bit was something Jeremy and I had done before we did like this whole clowning thing where we high fived each other, or like we were holding hands, and then like we acted like our hands were magnetized and we couldn't pull our hands off of each other, like from whatever.
Yeah, something goofy like
Listeners get my
that.
point. Some goofy like that, and like it was this whole thing about like electric hands or whatever, and then it all leads into the big finale where Jeremy brings out a unicycle, and I like, you know, I'm trying to like hop on the unicycle and stuff, and I just can't get the hang of it. I can't do it, and like I follow my face and whatnot, and then you know I'm like, you know, Jeremy, you do it instead, you know, like mimicking,
Mhm.
and Jeremy like did it with no stress, no nothing. He was able to do it, and then that's how the show ended. So
Honestly,
yeah,
I
that
think
was
that was
like
a beautiful finale that we pulled off there.
I think I still occasionally like on Facebook find that like I'll see that video every now and then,
Oh yeah, I
and
still have the
like
video too.
it's just like it's so good looking back because it's like I think we were one of in my opinion, we were probably one of the best things of that whole entire night.
And I remember too, like both of us we were really. I don't know about you. I think if I remember correctly, we were both pretty nervous. Like, dude, what if no one laughs? What if it's like
Oh
awkward
my
the
god,
entire
yeah,
time?
like because like you know both you and I'd say we're pretty funny guys like in general, but like we
But
were
no one
afraid like
else.
nobody would we were afraid nobody was like going to get it or like understand what we were doing, and
Yeah.
it just it worked out so well. It worked out way too well.
And then I actually had a really good like if we ever were to clown again, I had a good idea for another show where like we both walk out and we act like we're blind, like we have like the sticks and whatnot, we have like glasses on, and then just like uh, for some reason like you like we swing our sticks around like haphazardly, and
Uh-huh.
both of us are just dodging each whack like perfectly, just like on accident, and like it would
that,
be
that
us waiting at like a bus station or something like that.
that'd be very very funny. Like I honestly, if we had the chance to do another clowning act, like I'd so be down to do it. Because like that, honestly, creating that whole clown act and whatnot, that was like something both you and I created from the ground up, and then
Mhm.
told like you know had told a story to people live. So
It was
no,
fun.
but no, like the second thing that I remember really enjoying was in radio when you did your second radio drama,
That's
Professor
right.
Rage. Profession. That was a very very fun time because I think you casted, yeah, you did cast me as like the lead voice
Mhm.
for the main character, Professor Rage, and I had so much fun like doing that. It was so like I feel like I really became Professor Rage in
Dude,
real time.
honestly, that was a fun one that I made, that we both worked on together, but sadly, I think that one's lost completely.
Yeah, I think like you know what, if we like yeah, it's just it's really hard to tell because like I feel like I have a couple things saved. I tried looking through my old folders and whatnot, and I couldn't find anything. Do you still have access to like your old Google Drive and
I
whatnot?
do not.
That
No, because I didn't know I was supposed to do that
fair
before my
enough.
email got deleted.
Fair enough.
So,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
it was me. I blame COVID because I was not prepared on what to do.
yeah, no, that's very fair. And also, I want to give a not so great shout out to the competition we submitted that radio drama into because
Oh my
we did
god.
not did we not even get like an honorable mention for that?
No, we didn't.
That's bowl because the previous radio drama you did, it placed. I can't remember. Did it get
Yeah,
first
I
or
got
whatever?
first place. Like surprisingly.
I know, like I know you like say you don't like that one a lot, but I think you did a really good job on that radio drama too.
Well, thank you. I still like it. I don't really like the ending to it.
Fair enough. That one I can say is actually, you know what? If we looked in the old archives for that competition, we'd probably find it. But like, yeah, I mean, it's probably gonna be very hard to find. But
Yeah, we'd really have to look.
yeah, the radio station thing or whatever, like it was like so great, and I wish I had more bangers like you'd had. But you know, it's as I say famously, it is what it is.
But you were a part of a bunch of bangers though. Like
I definitely was.
on the reality with is it still on the reality with the twist channel? On the YouTube channel, there's Attack of the Killer Communist Robots from Outer
Oh
Space.
my goodness, yes, that is our most viewed video on the YouTube channel, and
Let's
that was
go.
yes, I know, big shout out. Which we just renamed the channel and everything to Reality of the Twist, but we still feature a lot of the old skits that Gabe, Gunner, Ben, and some other people used to do, and you as well.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean, that was I think my Sketch Lounge debut fully, and it was a very good time making that movie, which also didn't place at that competition, which is kind of, but
Oh well. Although I
it
do have to
is.
say, like the snippet that they did show for the short film portion, it did look really good. So I'm like, can I really complain?
Yeah, no, you're very, very fair. But
Yes,
you
I
know, like
can
I,
still complain.
yeah,
Wah wah wah.
absolutely. You know, you did a great job. That's the thing too, because Jeremy was the one that I believe written and directed the whole entire movie.
Oh
Um,
yeah,
like you did a lot for that. We were just Gabe, Gunner, and I, and you. Like we were all just actors within that. So,
that's
and then
right.
obviously, and then like you know, we each did our own individual editing for the separate scenes and whatnot.
That's true.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, that was a
um,
good
it,
time.
that was one of the biggest boys bonding moments we had in high school
It's
was creating that
stressful
film.
moments.
Oh my gosh, like we were like cutting it down to the wire and whatnot. And like there was just like so many things too that I think we wanted to like have in the film, but we just never could because of like all the things going on. But
That's true.
yeah.
Oh well, good times
Bottom
though.
line, I think the one thing we can agree on though is that COVID definitely did take away a lot from finishing up that year with like a big bang. Because I felt like after we had gone through that competition, we were like they were destined to have like a lot of like bigger things to happen before we wrapped up our final year, but never came to
Yeah.
fruition.
Yeah, that's true. There was supposed to be some other projects, but we never got the chance to make them.
Nope,
And
we never did.
Reality with a Twist also had to end on the radio station as well.
Yeah, that's the thing too. I think we've also lost the final Reality of the Twist episode on the radio station too. Like
Really?
all that stuff is like probably gonna be like all lost sacred media, at least in our eyes. But still, like it would take us breaking into our old high school and like grabbing
You
it
know
all.
what? I say that's a really good heist that we need to plan.
Yes. For legal reasons, though, this is a joke. We're not actually going to rob and raid the high school. Please do not arrest us.
I
You
mean,
know,
if no one gets hurt, then what's so illegal about it?
we'd be breaking into a school. That's what would be illegal about it.
Oh, okay. You've changed my ways.
I I'm glad I didn't.
I see the errors in my ways.
I'm very glad that we've had this coming to Jesus moment here
I'll
because
stop breaking and entering and cat
I
burglaring.
you know it wasn't my intention. I just wanted to grab a few things. It's what come on, grow up, guys.
Come on, the smart TV was like right in the window, like you were asking for it.
It's like you're just asking for that whole entire projector system to be taken away. Like you can't just leave it on the ground like that.
That's a real womp
All
womp
right,
moment.
all right. Womping away from us robbing our high school. I guess I'm gonna. Since we've talked a lot about Jeremy here, I'm going to talk about myself because I
Yeah,
want
let's
to
hear
talk
it.
about myself.
No, I want to
Um,
hear about yourself.
Alrighty, alrighty. So, like, obviously, a lot of the stuff that I do for work and whatnot, and I this time around because I know the last, I don't think I ever when I was working my old job, I don't think I ever said like the company name or whatever, but I'm gonna still be very hesitant of that just to keep privacy there and whatnot. But this new job is definitely much better from what I was doing before. But let me say, I have a lot more responsibilities than what I once previously had in my old job, which I love. I'm glad that I'm being integrated into a lot of things, but it's a lot.
Oh, I believe it. What things do you have going on right now?
Oh, I mean, just right now, a lot of games are wrapping up stuff, so we're doing a lot of testing. I have to do a lot of like external stuff, which is like getting player feedback. I have to do a lot of internal stuff, which is like corralling a contractor team of testers to
Oh,
break
jeez.
stuff and like I'm the guy in charge of making sure all of it gets done. And if it doesn't get done, then the final product could become out as less than ideal. So a lot of pressure on all that, but I love doing what I do. There's a reason why I chose that field.
So 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 this is we're talking about Roblox still?
Yeah, this is all Roblox. I'm
Okay,
not like I do Roblox game development full time. I'm one of the very lucky people who can say they do that. So
that's fun.
it is
So
very very
so I've been
fun.
looking for some new games to play on there, Dylan. Like what kind of games that have you worked on that you haven't recommended yet?
Well, I don't think I'll ever recommend any of my own games once again, just for the sake of privacy and not like immediately revealing like what company I work for and whatnot. But if
Womp.
any of my, I know, did you say womp womp to my
No, listen here.
No, but like I think a couple of my coworkers might listen to the podcast every now and then. So if one of my coworkers is listening to this episode, I love doing what I do. Um, yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. I
Why do
love
you have
doing
to
what I do.
disclose that?
I don't know. I really don't know where I was going with that, but whatever. But yeah, I guess though I will say to kind of segue since I realized we are going a little bit past like what a normal mini twist episode would be like. I think it's time to move into our own little segments, which I'll lead into mine first, which is the
Oh yeah.
Roblox game of the week. Of the week here. So this is a game I've been very, very eager to talk about. This is a weird branded experience, but it's one that I've been playing so much of in the last few days, and it's become my new addiction. This game that I'm talking about, Pancake Empire Tower Tycoon.
What?
A very weird name, and it doesn't like make sense at all. Like, why would a pancake game? Whatever.
Wait, say the title again. Pancake Empire
Pancake
Tower.
Empire Tower Tycoon. I just call it like Pancake Tycoon on
Oh,
shorthand,
okay.
but still, that is its full name. And this game is so good because while it's got a complex name, and then when you go into the game, it's got some weird mechanisms. Once you get the hang of it, it's so simple, so nice, and it's so satisfying to keep growing your tycoon more and more and more. And the big kicker here is that up until July 2nd, if you could fully complete the tycoon and get to the tier 15 pancake, you get a royal tippy topper pancake buddy to go on your Roblox avatar.
Yo.
Yes, it
Wait,
is
if you
a
complete the
very
game, like when?
if you complete the game by July 2nd, if you complete it, so up until that point, you're able to get a free item
Oh
for
my
your
gosh.
avatar on Roblox. It is very very cute looking.
I better start
But if
grinding.
you better start grinding, and if you want to get that item too, go play the Pancake Tycoon that has the name, a very long name, Pancake Empire Tower Tycoon. Go play it. Go play it.
This is a threat.
This is a threat. Anyway,
Or we'll
anyway,
break and enter into. Never mind. I'm not gonna go that
yeah,
far.
we ain't gonna go that far. Okay then. Well, moving on from there, Jeremy, Gym Rat Slander of the Week.
Oh, we got some great gym rat slander this week. Um. Okay, so let's talk about super setting. I've talked about drop setting before, but let's talk about super setting. Have you ever heard that term before?
I have never heard of this term.
So this is a pretty common term that goes around. I've talked about drop sets where you drop the weight and keep going till you can't do any more of that weight, and then you drop the weight again, etc. But super setting is where you take two exercises of like similar. They work out similar muscles, and you do both of those back to back. And then rest a little bit, and then do it again back to back. And let me just tell you, it tires you out. It
Oh, I
tuckers
bet.
you, puts you to sleep once you're done. So
Right.
I
Yeah.
can like one example that I've done. Let's see, I've like you could pretty much superset like any two exercises that work a similar muscle group. Like I've done leg extensions on like the machine with heel elevated goblet squats right afterwards. And oh my gosh, it fries your quads like no other.
Really.
Oh yeah.
It sounds very excruciating, but I'm sure it's very, very good for the body in the long run.
It's good for getting that muscular hypertrophy so that your muscles break down sufficiently so that
Mhm.
they can then grow back stronger or bigger. Um, so it's a really good way if you're looking to get bigger muscles and to just like completely overload your entire system.
Right.
And I feel like I don't need to plug again, but if you do want to learn more about the basics of working out, or you want to hear me just ramble on about nerdy stuff like Dungeons and Dragons and flippin' anime, then go check out Natty Wonders. Um, I can promise you, you're gonna love it. And yeah, they're also
Yeah.
pretty short episodes as well.
If you like Gym Rat Slander of the Week, why don't you get Gym Rat Slander of the Week, but in a whole full fledged episode? You
Oh
know.
yeah, good
Alrighty.
stuff.
Well, moving on from that good stuff, let's get into the best, worst part of the show. We don't have any musical artists of the week. We don't have any weird news. We don't have any drug fact. We don't have any legal fact because none of the other guys are here. It's just our own little segments. But one thing that is still a current and that is still universal: what are the odds?
Oh yes.
I will do my best to explain this for those who are unaware. What are the odds is a little game that all of us boys play where there is an odds receiver and an odds asker. And the odds asker will ask the odds receiver to do a dare within a certain number, like median, average, or whatever. So let's say, Jeremy, what are the odds that you blow a kiss to the non-fictional camera right now, or the fictional camera right now? And then
I'll
you'd
say
say,
that's a 1.
and then that just happens because there's no way to go anywhere lower than a 1. No, no, but still, like,
Nah.
you get the point. Someone asks, Jeremy. But no, you get the point. Someone asks a dare, they say a number, and if the number hits, then the dare happens. If it doesn't, and none of our odds hit, then we do a group odds to decide which odd will be the one to do. So, Jeremy, do you have an odds?
Oh, I do have an odds.
Oh boy, let me see. I wonder who you're gonna ask it to.
Dylan.
What?
All right. Quick question. For
Yeah.
this one to work, I do need to ask: do you have like public bathroom anxiety?
What does that mean?
So pretty much, are you scared to like? Do you get anxiety whenever you're like pooping in public when there's like there's other people in the stall next to you?
Oh, yes, because I have Crohn's disease.
I don't know if I should do this one.
I mean, say it. I mean, I'll give you a number regardless, but it just depends how I'm feeling today.
Okay. So, what if next time you're in like a public bathroom and you're like taking a crap or something, or like you just pretend like you're taking a crap? You you after you like release a fart or something, you just say, "Hey, my bad, guys. Does anyone have any toilet paper they can borrow that I can borrow?"
Bro, it's like, man, I am gonna go high with this one because it's too many layers. If it
Okay.
was just
How about this? How about this? Instead of you're so let's say you're in the bathroom publicly and just play like a super loud explosion phone like on your phone and then say my bad
okay,
guys.
okay, it's good. I am still gonna go high because I do have bathroom anxiety. I'm gonna say 45.
45. All right.
Yes, I will
I'll count us
count down.
down. Oh, what?
Oh, okay.
No, right.
You do it. No, you do it. You do it.
All right. 3, 2, 1. 36.
28.
Ooh, hoo, hoo.
Nope. Was not meant to be. Which leads me into mine. So, Jeremy, obviously you have like Gabe or Gunner and or Ben's number, but I'm gonna go with Gabe here.
All right.
What are the odds that you have to call Gabe right now, and if he picks up, you have to act like, oh my god, everything just went wrong with the podcast, and then when he asks, you have to be like, Dylan's naked, and then like that's it. You just have to keep reiterating that point until he just either hangs up or he's like, all right, drop the facade. But you have to stall on saying like what is wrong, to
Okay.
really sell it up.
All right, that sounds good. I think I'll do 5 for this.
Oh my, okay. I'll count down.
All right.
3, 2, 1,
4.
4. Alrighty, get that phone close to your mic and begin calling, Jeremy.
All right, here's okay. Here's the only problem. Flip.
Oh, wait.
Okay, Dylan, I need you to
Yeah?
not speak for like like while I'm doing this. How am I gonna do this?
Oh wait, you know what? Hold up. Sorry, I am speaking, but go ahead and actually call Ben, since I think Gabe is busy with something.
Okay.
Hello, Mr. Jeremy.
Ben, everything went wrong on the podcast today.
What do you mean?
So we just got done recording, and we did the video thing, and Dylan was naked the entire time. We can't upload it. He was naked.
Wait, so you guys, how did this happen?
Dude, he didn't realize we were recording, like over video. Like I had it on OBS, and it's naked on the other side.
Well, I mean, maybe we can see if Gabe would be willing to do some censoring.
Dude, I'm scarred.
Oh man.
What do we do? Gabe's busy.
What?
What do we do? Gabe's busy.
Uh,
Do we just re-record it?
I guess so.
Oh no, Dylan's naked.
The viewers might actually be more inclined to tune in knowing that.
Put it in the description. We're gonna have to add a age limit.
No children allowed.
Please sign in. Anyway, I better get going. I need to finish the rest of this episode.
All right.
All right.
Well, I will see you later.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Mwah.
Are you done? Oh,
All right,
gosh.
we're back.
Why? That was such an awkward ending to it. You're like saying like, we recorded the whole entire thing, and Dylan was naked, and then you're like, all right, we gotta finish recording the rest of the episode. Like,
You didn't even know. I was hoping he would notice.
no, I was hoping you'd like sell it up even more, and then he'd just be like, oh, but it's all good. That was really funny. I was giggling the whole entire time.
Bro, he's not even gonna like realize it was a what are the odds until this comes out.
Oh my, yeah. Actually, no, I won't say anything unless he asks me directly. I won't say anything to him until the episode comes out. So yeah,
because we weren't recording video for this at all.
No, we were not. We literally did not record a single bit of video.
Wait,
so
Dylan, are you naked?
And I think that'll do it for this episode of Reality with a Twist, the Smitty Twist episode. I had a very fun time. Jeremy, did you?
No.
Well, that's too bad.
Oh well. Womp womp.
Womp womp indeed.
No, I did have a good time though.
No, that's great. That's great. I'm glad to hear. I was naked. Anyway, moving forward, next time on Reality the Twist, I believe Jeremy, you are hosting. So you weren't able to give a hint. You weren't able to give a proper hint in the last episode. So will you be able to give a hint now?
Yeah. So I'm thinking So we did this you guys did this last season, and I loved it. Was one of my favorite episodes that you guys did. And so I was wanting to do it again, but this time as for fun. Like I wanted to be a part of it as well. So that's my hint.
I see. All right. Then until the next episode of Reality the Twist, you'll be in store. But with that being said, thank you all for tuning in. And I've been Dylan.
And I've been Jeremy.
And like I mentioned, we'll see you all on the next full episode of Reality with a Twist. Bye!
Bye-bye! This is...
Leave!